Nina and Max had been together for 3 years. They had met in college and had fallen in love quickly. They had talked about their future together, how they would travel the world, start a family, and live happily ever after. However, fate had other plans. Max was diagnosed with a rare form of brain cancer, and the doctors gave him only 6 months to live. Nina was devastated. She couldn't imagine her life without Max. Despite Max's illness, they decided to get married. They exchanged their vows in a beautiful outdoor ceremony, surrounded by their family and friends. Nina spent every moment by Max's side, taking care of him and trying to make the most of the time they had left together. They went on trips, took long walks in the park, and watched the sunset together. As Max's condition worsened, Nina became increasingly desperate. She couldn't bear the thought of losing him. One day, she came across a flyer for a mysterious experimental treatment that promised to cure even the most advanced cases of cancer. Without telling Max, Nina went to see the doctor who offered the treatment. The doctor told her that the treatment was experimental and highly risky, but Nina was desperate. She would do anything to save Max. Nina convinced Max to go through with the treatment. They had to go to a remote location, deep in the mountains, where the doctor had set up a laboratory. Max underwent the treatment, and Nina waited anxiously. Days passed, and there was no improvement in Max's condition. Nina became increasingly worried, but the doctor reassured her that it was normal, and that Max just needed more time. One day, Nina received a call from the doctor. He told her that Max's condition had deteriorated, and he didn't think he would make it. He urged Nina to say her goodbyes. Nina rushed to Max's side, tears streaming down her face. Max looked at her and smiled weakly. "I love you, Nina," he whispered. "Don't ever forget that." Nina held Max's hand, crying uncontrollably. She couldn't imagine life without him. Suddenly, Max's body started to convulse, and his eyes turned red. Nina was horrified as she watched Max's body transform into a monster with long claws and sharp teeth. The doctor stepped forward, revealing that the experimental treatment had worked, but not as expected. Max's cancer had been eradicated, but the treatment had transformed him into a monster. Max, now a monster, looked at Nina with sadness in his eyes. "I'm so sorry," he growled. "I never wanted to hurt you." Nina screamed in horror as Max lunged at her. She knew that she had to stop him before he hurt anyone else. She grabbed a nearby axe and swung it at Max, killing him instantly. Nina collapsed on the floor, weeping. Her love for Max had led to his transformation, and she had been forced to kill him. In the end, Nina was left with nothing but regret and sorrow. She had lost the love of her life and had been forced to kill him. The twist ending had shocked everyone, leaving them in tears. It was a tragic love story that nobody would ever forget.